Well, I'm super excited to talk about your results. 88% mastery is huge, so good job.
Thank you.
How did your Eagles react when you showed them the data?
They were really excited because it was definitely a step from where we were the day before. So they were really excited about that. And it's like the culture has changed and they're excited about knowing what they earned, like seeing if they're doing better than before. So I love it.
A lot more exceeds than meets this time,
Yes.
too, so they're getting hungry for it. So we're going to start every meeting the same way with our vision chart. So will you go ahead and read the title for me? Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, just smaller than usual. Yeah.
Highest level of math in high school is the strongest predictor of BA attainment, regardless of race, family, income, or background.
And we'll say regardless together. 3, 2, 1. Regardless of race, family, income, or background. So same question every time. What does this mean to you, especially today when we're looking at data?
Our kids can do it. It doesn't matter where they came from. It doesn't matter who they are. They are highly capable. We just have to, one, believe that they can, and provide the tools that they need so they can be successful.
Great. And I see that you brought your card for the week. So explain to me, you can take off your name tag there. Explain to me what the card is, and maybe the camera, because remember we're being filmed, what the card is and what it meant to you and how it helped you today.
So, yeah, as you stated, yesterday I had 88%. I felt really good. For both classes, I had 88%. And this shows a graph of...
It's okay, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It shows a graph of all the shots Kobe Bryant ever took as an NBA player. But what stood out to me is he didn't make all these shots, but he's still like known as one of the best basketball players ever. So that meant a lot to me because I'm like, some lessons I get. I hit it right on the nail like yesterday. And then today, where I thought it was going to be just as easy, as if not easier, we missed the mark somewhere. I don't even know the percentage just yet, but I feel better to know that, like, that doesn't make me a terrible teacher. Like,
yeah, I'm going
to win some, I'm going to lose some. I just have to figure out what it is I need to balance out so that we have more wins than loses.
Absolutely, and like in that card, right? Like that's why Kobe's one of the best players, is because he's made so many mistakes. So I'm glad it meant a lot too. But when I was looking through what motivational card to give you this week, that card like was the first card I chose for any of my teachers. I really thought that you would
I like that.
resonate. So keep it all week and read it every morning and every afternoon before you go home, and we'll see at the end of the week what kind of changes that makes. So we're gonna do our. It seems like forever now because of some of the hurricanes and stuff, but we're going to do our bi-weekly data meeting today. We're looking at the last assessment that you just took last week. What we're going to do is you already did a lot of pre-work. You sent me your highs, your middles, and your lows for your most missed question, which was which question?
Question number 2.
Okay, so here's our know and show chart from the exam itself, not from the standards, but from the exam itself. And I want you to look at the know and show chart, and I want you to, and you did a good amount of pre-work here. What part of the know and show chart was missed? Or what was the problem?
It actually seems that what was missed, we didn't even have on the know and show chart.
Say more.
So we were more focused on like telling time. Pretty much most of this know and show block is about telling time, but I guess thought that the kids already had a good grasp on subtraction, and that's where we missed the mark because we were assuming.
Okay. But so I want you to actually, here's your marker. Can you get up and circle elapsed time?
Mm-hmm.
And under elapsed time, what should we have noticed in elapsed time that we didn't put there before?
Subtracting.
Yeah.
Go
So
right
So like go ahead and make like an arrow coming up,
like
up
right here?
or up, and I don't care where things go. Subtraction. Yeah. So it's really important. So we actually had it in disguise. Okay.
Yeah.
So what I want to do now is I want to chart the actual standards. So you're right. The standard for, we have it behind you on the window right there, next to your student work. The standard for subtraction is NBT.2, is 3NBT.2. And I gave you a blank know and show chart. And you're going to do it, I want you to take 3 minutes. And I want you to chart down everything about subtraction before looking at student work that you think students should be able to know and show.
Okay.
So I'm going to turn the clock off, the video off. You can do it.
Okay.
Great. Okay, cool. You're done?
Mm-hmm.
Great. So I will chart with the black marker. Great.
To move.
Nope.
Okay.
No, and show. So what you got for me?
I have use place value chart to add and subtract.
Use the place value chart to add and subtract. What else?
Understand commutative property. Use algorithm
Hold on.
oh sorry.
What else?
Use algorithm that models knowledge of place value chart.
Ooh. So here you're talking about not only using the place value chart, but connecting it back to the algorithm. Okay.
I'm ready. Find missing addend by subtracting sum of known addend.
Okay. Find missing addend. Oh, got it.
All right, and then under show.
Okay, cool. I'm only synthesizing these because you have them really well done on your paper. Okay, go ahead.
I have student can connect place value chart to standard algorithm.
Oh, then you had that under the no too. Connect to place value chart. Great.
Student can decompose numbers.
Why do you think decomposition is important?
Can I give an example of what I see?
No, we're not looking at student work yet. But why did you write decomposition specifically?
Because they need to know how to break apart the numbers so they can solve it correctly. Because if not, I mean, they'll be
okay.
What will they be doing? They won't be subtracting. The next one I have is regroup in subtraction.
Okay, so that goes with decompose.
Yeah.
Okay.
In addition, when you need to borrow from or add to a different place value. So yeah, pretty much the same.
Okay, so we have our no, we have our show. Okay, based on this standard and based on what you just wrote. So what I want us to do now is I want you to look at your no and show, and we're gonna do we're gonna compare our high and middle work with this chart, just our high and middle work, just like we always do. We're not gonna worry about our lows. Then we're gonna compare our middles and lows, and then we're gonna compare our middles, our lows, and our highs, and we're gonna see if there's anything from this chart that is missing. And then once we do that, we're gonna go ahead and create our reteach plan.
Okay.
So let's compare high to middle. What do you see in the high to middle submissions?
In the high, they use a standard algorithm, and they also went back and checked their work. Whereas in the middle, they use the place value chart, which is also showing that they know how to regroup their numbers when they need to be. They both were able to get the correct answers. I guess the biggest difference is the middle group didn't check their work.
Okay, so you're saying that the biggest difference. Sorry, now this camera's all up in your face. You're saying that the biggest difference is that your middle group didn't check their work.
Right.
So So we're gonna actually add here is check your work on here.
No.
No. So is that that's a no. They should be able to know how to do what? How did they check their work?
They use the inverse operation.
So inverse operations can be used to check their work. And that's something that wasn't on the no originally. So
right.
Go ahead and add that to your personal one so you can keep that in your binder.
Okay.
And a relay, you're going to be super excited. My face on top. Why isn't this going backwards to the other way? Okay. I'm trying to get this camera to like not be